breathtaking view of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the setting for our game tonight. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr will provide the analysis. Battle in the Eastern Conference, this D.C. crowd hoping to watch their Wizards come out on top. So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Shaquille O'Neal, D-Wade out there with LeBron James, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Magician in at the point guard position. And for the Wizards, Nene and Okafor together up front. Wall and Crawford work together as the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
I think the biggest thing with Miami is just the expectations. You know, ever since they held that press conference when LeBron said they were going to win, you know, not 5, not 6, not 7 NBA championships, they basically put a target on their backs. And now they have to live with those expectations year in and year out. It's not easy.
Here's Magician, and the Heat, another 3.
I tell you what, he can be an offensive force when he's on top of his game, guys, and he usually is on top of his game.
Cloak loose. And here we go, LeBron heading to the hoop.
Well, I don't know how he got it in his mind to go for that. Very bold to toss the alley-oop to himself there.
But he nailed it, and his teammates are loving it.
I think the first guy I ever saw do that was Tracy McGrady back in an All-Star game years ago. It's a pretty amazing play.
Gets it to go. Well, Steve, going back to the year before last, when they lost to the Mavericks in the finals, it seemed to sort of shake them out of the honeymoon period, and they took last season a bit more seriously, I thought.
Yeah, there was definitely a sense of them being more on a mission last year. The focus and intensity was there from the start, and with that more focused approach, they were finally able to bring that coveted trophy home to South Beach.
There you go. Good. There you go. That's all good. Magician's got 8 points.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
Goes for the alley-oop. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Another basket here, and they have really come out of the gates fast in the first quarter, Kevin.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
And guys, you know the story. Erik Spoelstra, coach of the Heat, a guy who worked his way from the ground up with this organization. I mean, from video coordinator to advanced scout, assistant coach, then director of scouting, over 13 years, finally becomes the head coach and has shown himself to be very much a good fit for that position.
Ariza gets a screen from Okafor. Here's Magician. Okafor with the rebound.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
This game is really going their way early. What a lead they've built up.
And that's thanks to their performance offensively. In large measure, I mean, they're actually scoring with ease here.
And, you know, going back to Erik Spoelstra, what a job he's done over the last couple of years with all of that pressure after the acquisition of LeBron James. So much scrutiny and criticism, but he handled it beautifully. He got his team playing its best when they needed to be playing their best, and they were able to capture that championship a year ago. What a run.
Wizards trail by 16. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Erik Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Nene, following the basket by LeBron James.
And Nene, out of Brazil, one of the best finishers in the game. A strong, tough player, quick feet to get his shot off inside, and the ability to use either hand around the rim.
Here's Magician, and the Heat got another bucket right there.
They've been dominant in the paint. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, they're piling it on in there. I mean, that's where all their points are coming from, in the paint area.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Ahead. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Magician's got 14 points for the game. And Nene, considering his scoring ability, pretty unselfish, willing to pass and share it around.
But I think with the Wizards, his scoring numbers will go up, and they'll have to go up. They'll want him to be more selfish for the good of the team, and I think Nene will embrace that.
Tell you what, they just cannot miss out there.
And the defense looks shell-shocked. Oh, what a throw down there. Man. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
That was a nice replay, brought to you by Sprite. Okafor with the rebound. And the Wizards with possession. Crawford passes to Ariza. Into Nene. And he throws it down with one hand.
And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that. One is too many.
Oh, yeah, no, certainly you're right. That's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
Here's Wall. Oh,
hammer time.
Wow.
Hammer time.
Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nice, aggressive defensive play to make the steal and start the break.
Yeah, and I like the fact they didn't mess around with it once they got it.
Well, sooner or later, if the Wizards don't turn things around, I would expect...
Oh,
unbelievable.
How did he do that?
Well, we should keep an eye on him because normally he's good for one or two highlight reel dunks. I mean, this guy can absolutely fly.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on miraculously ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
He has so much confidence, guys. What a finish.
There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down low, here's McCollum.
Get it! Oh, watch out now.
Oh.
Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, there were so many areas where the Heat dominated their competition last year, so it was no surprise that they were able to control their division opponents in the Southeast. But, it's not an easy division with teams like Orlando and Atlanta, but still Miami was able to really control the action there.
Fader on the way, and the rejection by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Magician. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They double him with the name. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a...
Bringing down the house. Oh my goodness. Did he use a launching pad to elevate like that?
I think he did. A catapult. He was flying high.
Oh, no question. He was all over the rim.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. The Wizards making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
Oh, look out, man.
The whole rim is shaking.
What a talented leaper. Loves to climb up and throw it down. Man.
Oh, Clark, he gets up so quickly.
Yeah, he's like a pogo stick.
Oh, my gosh. Not a lot of point guards in the league can jam like he can.
That's for sure.
And he's able to finish, guys, amongst all the big fellas in the paint. Just amazing athleticism.
We're at the end of the first quarter. And welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Dwayne Wade. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Magician. And it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. Clock is at 3. And it's Okafor missing.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
my goodness. What a huge play.
And that's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Snatched away.
All the way.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
High wire flying out there.
That'll drop your jaw.
Hard, high, and strong. Give it up.
Their bench just erupts at that one. They loved it.
Slick. That was just amazing to watch.
Here's Magician from beyond the arc and then some. Magician's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Dishes it to Beal. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Wall with it. He's picked up by LeBron. They get a hand on it. 4 on the shot clock. Wall fires on the money from 12 feet away. Wall's got 6 points.
What a tough shot. Those runners are not easy.
And, of course, the #1 overall pick back in 2010, John Wall. So much potential as a point guard. Unbelievable speed. Still working on his perimeter shot, but just an explosive talent who has a world of potential.
LeBron, Ariza covering, and there's another one for the Heat.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Now here's Beal. And for John Wall, who battled an assortment of injuries in his rookie season, Clark, staying relatively healthy in year 2, allowed him to better gauge his progress.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning process that everybody goes through. It's a journey. Even though you're the #1 pick and you have tremendous physical gifts, it's not going to be handed to you. And John Wall said himself he thought he was a little better, but not as much as he had hoped for. A lot of expectations riding on his shoulders. But I think if he continues to progress, he'll meet those expectations before his career is done.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
They double him with Wall. Back to Wade. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Here's Booker. Flushes it down.
And what I like watching, Kevin, with this guy is his ability to just chase down rebounds. I mean, he plays so hard, hustles from the opening tip till the final buzzer. And it really shows with his work on the offensive glass.
And Steve, quite honestly, he is their muscle. I mean, the guy they rely on for some brute force when they need it is him. Finesse isn't the first word that comes to mind when you're talking about this guy.
Wizards have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
Well, it's been a painful few years for the Wizards, who have tried to build through the draft and had a lot of talented young players, but it just hasn't clicked. And I think that's one of the reasons they ended up making the trade of JaVale McGee for Nene with Denver last year.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Wall with it. He's got 8. Over LeBron. Rebound by the Heat. Shaq's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to what Steve was talking about with the Washington Wizards. They have tried to build through the draft, but that trade seemed to help them, I think, Clark, along the way.
And part of building through the draft just isn't about keeping everybody you have. It's about gathering the assets, stockpiling the assets you need to build a team, and sometimes that includes trading for guys like Nene. At his size, he can really finish at the rim.
Yeah, and not just layups, as you just saw, folks. Wow.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, able to throw it down with ease.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Takes it up. LeBron, covered by Okafor. LeBron dishes to Wade. Shaq kicks to Wade. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Magician. And the shot is good. Magician's got 48.
Another turnover, another bucket.
And you know, Steve, turnovers can really be game changers. I mean, they sap your team and then give the other team life. So It's a double-edged sword.
Wall passes to Booker. That is good. Booker's got his second bucket.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them. Yo, James.
Here's Magician, covered by Wall. Here's Magician, powers down the dunk.
No surprise there. He's getting most of his points working inside.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Makes the alley-oop pass. Jordan dishes to LeBron. Here's Magician. The dish to O'Neal. Inside. 6 to shoot. Here's Magician. Non-stop scoring machine here. Boy, he launched that one from way outside.
Pretty looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Well, that's deep range right there, and that comes from years and years of practice, Clark.
It's Wall with the drive. Can't cash in the runner.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
This one for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yet another 3 for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Magician.
Yeah, double-double through the first 2 quarters, so he is giving them a huge boost.
Yeah, stat sheet stuffer of a performance, Steve, making his presence known across the stat sheet.
Wall and Crawford work together as the backcourt. Nene and Okafor together up front. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. That's Randy Whitman's 5 as we get into the second half. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, the Dwayne Wade, LeBron James tandem in Miami, already one of the best in NBA history, and they push each other to get better every day. As Dwayne Wade said, we compete after practice. Obviously, it's not about keeping score, but after a lot of practices, we'll do a lot of one-on-one work because we understand that competition between us will make both of us better. Kevin, scary for their competitors.
I believe it. Those must make for...
Oh, man, what a play. Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The Wizards shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
You know, I think there's always a balance for Miami between getting out and running and letting Wade and LeBron do their thing and running the sets that Eric Spoelstra likes. The Miami franchise has always been very controlled offensively over the years, and it's been a little bit of a quandary in terms of how to play. Do we get out and run, or do we play the way this team has traditionally played?
Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all, huh, guys? They've missed their first 3 shots in the third quarter. They don't need much of anything else the way he's scoring the ball out there.
Here's Magician, and that one's good. Magician's got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense. Up high and down hard. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Easy, brother.
Every jaw in this arena just went to the ground.
And they're going to stay that way for a while, I think. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
what
boy.
a play.
Stunning stuff, guys. That was incredible.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. And Wall kicks to Crawford. And again, Washington no good.
Ugly start to this second half, guys. They've missed all 4 of their shot attempts. Jordan Crawford, just an unabashed gunner and scorer. I mean, he's looking to shoot every single time he catches the ball. A lot of people remember him from the NBA summer camp when he was back in college at Xavier when he dunked on LeBron James.
They're really playing well at both ends, offensively and defensively, guys. Yeah, it's been a complete performance, Steve. You look back on this game, it's one that you would hope to be able to build on.
Here's Wall to end the run. It's blocked by Shaq, and they get it back. And the shot's good from Nene. The Heat have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
Hey, yo, D-Wade.
Here's Magician. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. There's the killer two-handed slam.
This has been an offensive explosion, guys. They are on fire.
How about a volcanic eruption, a flash fire? And defensively, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. They just hope that they cool off at some point.
And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. O'Neal. Back to Wade. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Magician. Double clutches. He dishes it to Jordan. Here's Magician. 6 on the shot clock. He gathers. Wall grabs the board. Wizards have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Pass to Nene. Wall passes to Okafor. And there's the pass to Nene. Wall against Wade. Wall's shot is off.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. Another steal. And the Heat, another 3.
Another open look from outside. The defense is really struggling to close out on the shooters.
Yep, making them pay, doing it from long range.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
I understand that they're trying to be aggressive, but still, I mean, you can play fast but still play efficiently, but they're not doing that right now.